Thanks for joining us tonight.
Yep, no problem. Thanks for having me.
Jake, without a doubt, you're probably one of the best defensive players I've ever seen at the high school level. You obviously must put a lot of work into that. How important is the defensive aspect of the game to you?
Well, Coach Sweeney, he's a big defensive guy, and I know my role on the team is to lock down one of their best players. You usually get one of their best players for an assignment, so just got to do my job. We got Benny. He pumps the ball in pretty well, so my job as a defensive player is just to lock my guy down and do my job.
And a lot of those guys, they get locked down probably as bad as they do all season. It usually always turns out that way. Jake, family's kind of a big theme with your basketball career. When you're a sophomore on the team, your brother was a senior, and your dad has been a big influence in your career as well. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Well, at home, it's a lot to do with it. We played the last 3 summers. We played, one-on-one against each other out in the backyard, and I don't know. I just think that's helped me quite a bit, to be honest. Those guys are bigger than I am, so trying to play defense on those guys has a lot to do with it. And when my brother was a senior, that was a lot of fun to practice with him and be a part of the team with him. It's always a fun thing to have a sibling on the team.
I'm sure it's something you'll never forget. It's actually not an opportunity a lot of guys get, even though we have a pair of guys on the team this year who are in that same situation. Jake, going back, I think covering your whole career, I think one of my favorite memories of you, I want to say it was against Hayfield. You hit a shot at the buzzer when you were on JV. It was, it's actually one of my underrated best calls, I think, just from the personal collection. That's my favorite memory of you. What's your favorite memory as a Lake City Tiger basketball player?
Well, I have a lot of memories, some good, some bad. Some good ones, I don't know, not one play really sticks out, but just being in my hometown, Sombrota. Every game we've had with them have been, nail biters, and I know you've loved calling those games. Just beating those guys, I knew every one of those guys on that team, and talking to them and stuff, it's just been a blast over the years.
It's no secret. It is my favorite team that you guys play against. It's always a fun game. And, I'm really disappointed, actually, that it's come to an end this year. But what a way to go out with the 2 we had against them this year. Jake, it's been a pleasure.
All right,
Thanks for showing up.
Yep.
And good luck the rest of the way. And good luck in your future, too. Thanks for joining us.
Yep, thanks a lot. Thanks for having me.
Jake Griebenau, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Oh, happy to be here.
All right. Josh, in your career, you've both started and come off the bench. It's, the production level has been about the same. Doesn't look like it phases you either way. That's not true for a lot of guys. How do you go about preparing for that or adjusting for that, depending on the situation?
Just go out there and do what I can for my team. I try to prepare the same way every time, whether you come off the bench or not. Just when you come off the bench, it's a little harder. You gotta try to get warmed up, but once it happens, it's the same either way.
Very good. This year's team, a little bit of a departure from the style of play from years past. It's a little more up-tempo than probably you've ever played before. And as kind of the center type player, how has that been different, and what have you done to adjust to that different style of play this year?
Just try to keep up in conditioning and work hard and just try to run the floor as best I can. And it's working for our team. We have the guys who can get down the court and score, so get quick buckets on the other team.
It's certainly been fun to watch this year. Josh, I think looking back at your career, I've covered most of it. Game that really stands out, I can't remember who the opponent was. It was when you were on JV. You had 25 some points again. You just couldn't be stopped, couldn't miss inside. That's my favorite memory from watching you play. What is your favorite memory as a Lake City Tiger?
Right. Mine's actually when I was really young, 7th or 8th grade, and there was against Byron here in one of our tournaments, and it was like 0.7 seconds left on the clock, and we threw it in from out of bounds, and I got a game-winning buzzer beater.
Yeah, I think I can remember that. It was such a long time ago, but maybe not really. But Josh, thanks for joining us tonight. Good luck the rest of the way, and good luck in your future too.
Thank you. Oh, thank you.
Josh Atkinson, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Thank you.
Matt, you might not get into the games as much as you like, but the role you play on the team is a pretty important one. By giving the effort in practice, you help prepare the guys for the upcoming games, etc., and give them kind of a little bit of a test in practice. How do you go about preparing for that role?
Helping them in practice, playing defense and offense against them, so they get better on both ends of the court.
Total team effort, right?
Yep.
All right. Matt, what's the best part about being on a team like this that's so close-knit, such a tight-knit group?
Well, we've been with each other since 3rd or 4th grade and going all the way. We've lost some guys, but we've also gained some, so it's nice getting new guys in and staying as a team all the way through our senior year.
Matt, when I look back at your career, I've been around for most of it, all of it, maybe not the elementary days, but one of the things that always has stood out with me is whenever you get in the games, you're usually always hustling. You're always one of the hardest working guys on the floor, and that really sticks out to me. That's something I'll always remember about you. What is something you'll always remember being a Lake City Tiger basketball player?
I'd probably say working as a team, and our teammates never give up on each other, and we work through everything together.
Yep, and it's been an absolute treat to watch. Matt, thanks for joining us. Good luck the rest of the way. Good luck in your future, too. Matt Herzig, ladies and gentlemen. Manager from the Lake City Tiger basketball team and a senior. Gabe, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Gabe, what factored into your decision to be the manager this year?
Well, I just remember going to the Red Wing basketball tournament in the summer, and I knew that Kel had graduated last year, and I was like, you know what, all my friends are in basketball, so I figured, what the heck. Went out, asked coach, and said sure. And that's his history.
It's funny how those things all just fall right into place. Gabe, what's your favorite thing about your job?
I don't know. I just love being that kid that being that kid that everybody knows is a manager. Like, I don't know, it's just cool. You're still part of the team, but you don't play. You still talk to the guys, but you don't play. You still get to go to games, but you don't play. I just like being that guy.
I myself was semi-manager. I did the film in high school, and I do know where you're coming from. You don't play, but you get to do all the same things, and it's something I'll never forget my entire life. You spend so much time around these basketball players. Has it helped you touch up on your basketball skills a little bit?
A little bit. Beginning of season, Coleman was obviously out, and I beat him in free throw competitions daily, so I don't know, he helped me brush up on my shot a little bit. So I'm getting up there in my skill level.
Well, it's good competition for him because he has picked up his free throw shooting this year for sure. Gabe, what's your favorite memory from being a manager from this season?
I'm going to say both of the Zimbrota games. They were just, I was sitting on the end of the bench as a manager, and I was still getting butterflies in my stomach when we went into half, and just you don't know what's going to happen when you play Zimbrota.
That's very true, and that was just great atmosphere for any sport those 2 nights, and that sticks out for me too. Gabe, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having
Good
me.
luck the rest of the year, and good luck in your future too.
Thank you.
Gabe Schultz, ladies and gentlemen.